It wasn't something we were doing on purpose, we were just doing our thing, and at first our thing didn't really make sense, and I guess that's all part of it. When you're doing something that is perceived as being strange or something that might not work, when it does, it makes it pretty special. So I would just say be yourself. That's all we've ever done, and it worked out.
Following common courtesy, the group took a break. Jeremy McKinnon explained that the band, quote, is doing our own thing, taking it easy, and trying to recharge the batteries.
Time. Be safe out there, have a good time. This is Second Sucks.
On January 3rd, 2015, A Day to Remember played a secret show at O'Malley's Alley in the band's hometown of Ocala, Florida. There were a little over 200 people in the venue, which was about the size of your average living room, with a stage as big as your front porch. At the start of 2015, the group rented a cabin at Horsetooth Reservoir, located in Dakota Hogback Ridge, west of Fort Collins, Colorado. The cabin was surrounded by woods, and according to Jeremy, the group, quote, just wrote together in a room, which was the polar opposite of the last 3 albums we've made. Typically, Jeremy would have some material saved up to show the group. However, this time around, he didn't have any. On September 30th, 2015, guitarist Neil Westfall announced in an interview with Ultimate Guitar that the band were casually working on new material without a prospective release date. A Day to Remember co-headlined the Big Ass Tour in arenas with the Amity Affliction in Australia and New Zealand in December of 2015, with supporting bands Motionless in White and Hands Like Houses. Paranoia was premiered on Zane Lowe's Beats One show on Apple Music on March 9, 2016. music video for the song was released the next day.
There's someone in the band that is super paranoid, because when I listen to the song, it almost reads as a conversation between two people. I know you contributed lyrics, so
Yes, it is.
tell me about that.
We're all paranoid.
It's about Alex.
It's mostly about Alex. Alex is very paranoid.
No,
Kidding.
yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like, you know, dealing with that voice in your head.
Yeah.
Kind of having a fight about whether you should let it take over you and rule you, or you should just
Yeah.
you win. I don't know.
Yeah, in a more general sentiment too, it's kind of just about like anxiety and like anxiety attacks, because like a bunch of us in the band get those and it makes us feel weird. So we wrote lyrics about it. Yeah, and now it's a cool song.
Yeah.
We didn't even know it was going to do very well like the very first year we did it.
Yeah.
And like, what, 12,500 people came? Something like that. Yeah, we were expecting something like our normal headlining numbers. We're like, if we do that, we'll be fine. And then, like you said, 12,000 people came. So it's just cool being a music fan and being able to put together a lineup. Think about that.
When did you know that you wanted to make music your career?
To be honest with you, I never like planned on just being a career musician. I just thought guitar was cool and I just played it every day. So
He almost became a history teacher.
yeah, I was almost a history
It
teacher.
was like a little break in the middle. He was in a band before, and then he almost became a history teacher, and then we found him, and now he's with us.
David,
He's the best guitar player ever.
When it comes to the mix of the music, honestly, that song is more like the ADTR member I've always wanted us to be than we've ever gotten before. So.
In May of 2016, the group went on a US tour titled Just Some Shows, with support from Parkway Drive and State Champs. On June 2nd, the band announced their next album, Bad Vibrations, and released a music video for their new single, Bad Vibrations. From late July to early October, the band supported Blink-182 on their North American tour.
What's it like being on tour with Blink? These guys had some sort of influence on you guys. I know when you were coming up. Has it been weird, surreal, kind of?
No, it was really easy actually, because they made it easy. Like Hoppus came in our room like first night, started making fun of us, so ice was broken immediately.
Perfect.
They've been super nice to us. I know that everybody would say that, but I can't stress enough, no band has ever been cooler to us than they have. And it seems genuine too, so it's been, you couldn't ask for anything better.
A lot of my sense of humor is like from Blink-182, and I'm still trying not to fangirl out on them every time I see them. I'm trying to like play it cool, like, yeah, hey guys, I'm gonna go to catering, see you guys. It's been absolutely incredible. I mean, like they're so nice and so accommodating, and it's just kind of a dream come true, I guess. You know, it's like a band we all looked up to growing up, and we all kind of were like, man, it would be so cool to tour Blink-182, and now that we are, it's like, man, it's so cool touring.
how do you guys feel about that Blink-182 All-Time Low All-American Rejects tour?
It's huge. It's a big tour for us. It's so grateful to be a part of it. I think it's going to be a great step for our career, and we're pumped to be a part of it.
Yeah, we stand out. We actually, we're a different band than everyone else, so it's gonna be fun.
You know, we did the next best thing. We were on the Blink-182 tour, and that was the second highest grossing rock tour. Yeah. Right after Guns N' Roses reunion tour. Wow, I just saw the Blink one was pretty. It was massive. It was huge. Because I came over here. Kudos to Blink.
Bullfight was released as a single on July 25th, 2016. video for Bullfight was released on August 16th. Naivety was released as a single on August 19th. We Got This was released as a single on September 1st. The same day, the music video for Naivety was released. Bad Vibrations was released on September 2nd, 2016 as A Day to Remember's 6th studio album. Jeremy went on to describe the album as containing, quote, an element of returning to our roots, in that the album was their first since For Those Who Have Heart to feature full contributions from all of the band members. It was the first time since that album that the group had written together in a room.
And what's your favorite on here? The songs? Right now, I like playing Paranoia live. Out of stuff that we haven't played, probably We Got This.
What are some things that inspired your songwriting for that album?
Getting in the smallest room and drinking a lot of coffee and just writing as many songs as we possibly can. And I think that the ones that made it were the ones that kind of was the feeling of the entire process. So it's pretty cool.
So if you were a voice in your bandmate's head, what do you think you would be telling them to do?
I would be a terrible voice in their head.
Not a moral compass, are you?
I am the moral compass.
Oh,
and you know
are
what? I'm usually that guy in the band. I'm like, don't do that. I'm the dad.
So they would hate you, but it would benefit them.
I'm already that guy.
Yeah,
I just say it out loud.
Yeah, you just do it
Yeah,
to their face.
Neil and them, they're crazy, but it's fun, you know? I'm the guy who's like, don't do that, but if they hadn't done that, we would have had way less. So.
Right.
And the balance is good.
Essentially, I ruin everything. There you go.
Well, somebody else.
While some of the group's previous albums were written while on tour, Jeremy considered it, quote, important to me and the rest of the band to get everybody involved in a room, properly involved, and just write a record together. The group wrote music casually for fun without any expectations, according to Jeremy.
They're singing Happy Birthday right now. I don't know how you know
our Light
this.
Guy's birthday today.
But it is our Light Guy's birthday today. Everybody say, hey, hold on. Cowboy, his name's Cowboy. Everybody wave to Cowboy back there. I actually don't know where you are, my man. Where is he? There he is. This song goes out to him. I think he likes it, I think. It's a slow song. It's called Into Me.
For the most part, Jeremy would have either a chorus or melody idea that the rest of the group would flesh out into a song. some occasions, the group would jam and have a finished song in an hour.
So we're gonna do top 5 guitar players.
Okay.
I see some tattoos on you, right? I see some tattoos. I'm hoping that is what I think it was inspired by. So let's go top 5 guitar players.
All right. Well, number 1 is Stevie, always. Number 2 is
which is
this one.
Which is tattooed on you.
Tattooed number 1. Number 2 is Hendrix. Got Hendrix up here. Number 3 is Randy Rhoads. Yeah, there's the polka dots. That's where that comes from. And I really like Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit. I think his guitar playing, Jacksonville, and all his guitar playing and all his riffs that he makes up somehow are insanely imaginable. They're really cool. And number 5 would be Clapton.
Yeah.
Love Clapton.
Wow.
The slow hand. God himself.
For their past 2 albums, What Separates Me From You and Common Courtesy, Jeremy said that the group had trouble naturally writing heavy songs. Jeremy also said that this album is heavier than the last 3 put together. Cody Quistad of Wage War often accompanied the band for these writing sessions. He also previously worked with ADTR, co-writing Sometimes You're the Hammer, Sometimes You're the Nail from Common Courtesy. The group wrote for 30 days, completing at least 1 song per day. Writing sessions lasted 8 to 10 hours. By the end of this period, the group had around 40 songs in total.
Where no one could leave, and we kind of had a set schedule, like, hey, we're going in here, we don't have a lot of finished material, we need to go in a room and hash it all out and work on everyone's ideas and just keep like a positive attitude about the whole thing, because after we wrote it, we had to then go and record it for another 2 months. So
yeah, I think it just made us like a closer, like tight-knit band too. Like it was crazy being in the same room with each other for literally 3 months at a time, because usually we do tours and we can get away from each other, but there was zero getting away from each other.
What was your least favorite school subject?
Oh, least favorite what?
School subject.
Oh, my least favorite school subject was anatomy and physiology.
Yeah, mine was science for sure.
Yeah.
Anything science related.
How is it doing work with your own label, ADTR Records, and working with Epitaph Records, a great label with some great bands that are...
Yeah, they're distributing the album, and they've been super supportive. They do anything and everything we ask them to, so couldn't be happier with it. We've seen more of our faces, I guess, around the world than we ever have on a release, so they've been doing a great job, and yeah, putting it out ourselves is great. We get to call the shots and decide what we spend our money on, which is nice.
How'd you hook up with the guys from Epitaph Records?
Well, Brett's been a fan for a while, so it just kind of made sense. We went to him.
Jeremy said that the album's title is derived from feelings of stress and anxiety. Bad Vibrations was written by Jeremy, Kevin, Neil, and Cody Quistad, and was the final song written for the album. According to Jeremy, the song is about being overwhelmingly stressed and what it does to you. The breakdown during that song is heavily inspired by a drum pattern that Mark Castillo of Bury Your Dead would play, according to Alex. One day, the group were working on a song but had hit a roadblock with it and were about to call it a day. Then Jeremy heard Kevin play a random riff. Jeremy immediately heard the first half of Paranoia and immediately showed everybody in the room how to play it. The band composed the breakdown together, finishing Paranoia in under 30 minutes. Jeremy was writing the lyrics with Kevin and Neil during the evening, and they recorded a demo the following morning. The song's lyrics were inspired by an event Jeremy and his girlfriend experienced during Halloween a few years prior. A kid banged on Jeremy's window at 3 a.m., an experience he called terrifying.
We've never played China. I'd love to play China.
You never played Alaska?
Yeah, never played Alaska.
Which is weird.
There's a ton of places we could still go, and they're all like still like goals that we're trying to reach, and it's kind of cool that we still have those to kind of like hit and stuff like that.
The whole motto of this record was to break out of that comfort zone and do something that's uncomfortable. So we went out there, they didn't really know much about us, they just had heard our name, and they went back and listened to all our records. I remember one of the first days, Bill was like, so what'd you come here for? Like, we're listening to all your albums, like, they sound good, like, why change it up? And we explained to him, it's like, well, we just wanted to get out of the circle at home and really focus on writing a record, just us five in a room. So that's what we did. But it was crazy getting to know those guys because there was no bullshit the whole time. Because of it, he's like, I don't know you, so I'm not going to be nice. It's like, I don't really like that song. Next.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
throw some curveballs at you there.
yeah. So they definitely pushed us to be as good as we could be during this session. So couldn't happen without them.
Naivety, written by Jeremy, Kevin, and Descendants drummer Bill Stevenson, talks about loss of innocence. According to Jeremy, it's that feeling before you try, and then you get killed. Exposed was written by Jeremy, Cody, Neil, and Kevin. Jeremy described it as a heavy song, but it's less 2000s hardcore than a riffier, modern heavy sound. The song is about the way people make negative comments about the world. Bullfight, written by Jeremy, Neil, and Kevin, is about a person who is changed when something positive happens to them. Reassemble was written between Jeremy and the group's longtime producer, Andrew Wade. Jeremy showed it to the band, and they adapted it to fit the group. The song talks about someone that struggled with addiction.
What makes for a good live performance? You guys are touring with a bunch of bands all summer long, but so you're kind of pros by now, after a while.
Jameson. Our mentors, Jameson and Jack.
I'm trying to think of it. Charizard. Yeah, I think just playing two all the time. Like, we kind of know what works and what doesn't now.
Justified, written by McKinnon, Westfall, Quistad, Stevenson, and Scaff, came about from an idea Neil previously had. The group loved the song early on in the writing process. Lyrically, the song is about judgmental people who have a distaste for others for simply having different beliefs than them. Got This, written by Jeremy, Neil, and Kevin, is about when you're a young person in a music scene people don't really understand or respect, but then going to these shows and realizing this is something you love. The song was attempted during sessions for Common Courtesy, but the group wasn't happy with it. With help from Bill Stevenson, the group resolved the problems they had with the track.
After meeting Alex in probably 2007-ish, he and I exchanged phone numbers and started the process of like, hey, I want to get tattooed by him. So we created a tattoo for him with this astronaut sleeve. He had this tattoo already on his arm that was done by like, I think Chauncey Fury did it. Super cool dude, love Chauncey. And it was like a little scene of a spaceship or something taking off, and maybe some like UFOs and stuff, like little alien thing. Dude, I love aliens. Me and Alex immediately hit it off. So we built this entire scene of this like UFOs blowing up and rocket ships and stuff like that. So there's like astronauts like flying out of it. There's this like big explosion. You know, it's a cool scene, like pretty dynamic thing, you know. And so it started there. You know, it started with me tattooing Alex's arm. So he was driving up to Georgia and began this whole process. And after a couple of sessions, he knew I toured with other bands. So he invited me to go and travel with him. That's what I said. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go on tour. Let's go tattoo or whatever.
Is there a lot of pressure with the new album, with it being on your own label, for it to be real successful as far as chart position and all that kind of stuff? Or
I mean, you always feel pressure, but I mean, it is what it is. Things are changing so much right now. It's like first weeks don't really matter, but they still do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With everybody streaming the album so much these days, that's really where it's going. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. A high number would also be well received by us.
Same About You, written by Jeremy, Kevin, Neil, and Alex Shelnut, talks about a person who tells you something which causes you to look differently at them. Turn Off the Radio, written by Jeremy, Neil, Kevin, and Andrew Wade, was another song that was intended for Common Courtesy.
Turn off the radio, still they've got something real to say. Turn off the radio.
The song's original bridge contained a rap beat and was intended to feature Rick Ross. Ross asked if the group were Satanists. Jeremy responded, "Evidently, somebody told him yes, and we never heard from him again."
Did you have any like new influences when you started writing this one?
Not necessarily new, just kind of like reaching back through everything that's kind of influenced us thus far, and then kind of just looking at it a different way, pulling from it that way, you know?
Forgive and Forget, written by Jeremy, former guitarist Tom Denny, Kevin, and Andrew Wade, is about being addicted to a significant other. Negative Space was written by Jeremy, Josh Woodard, and Kevin.
Once again, you don't have to participate. Just kindly fuck off, Ed. I want to see the biggest fucking circle pit. The Carolina Rebellion is going to see all goddamn night. We got two big ass spaces, so I want to see one on the left side. And then one on the right side. Let's get it fucking spinning. This is a brand new song. It's called Paranoia. Smack the rise of everyone to me. Let's go.
We're trying to be everybody. you know, everybody likes all sorts of different kinds of music
Right.
these days. We're trying to be your favorite band all in one CD.
Caught drumsticks before, I've caught picks obviously, but I've never caught or had pieces of shrapnel, or I guess in this case a bass, in my hand.
Yes.
So that's a cool souvenir.
For sure. I got in a little trouble though, because I think it was literally like a mini riot, like in the crowd to get this thing. So.
You got in trouble by like band or crew members or like venue?
Not band or crew. No one here. Everyone thought it was like silly and just maybe a little
fun.
crazy. But yeah, I think the venue was just like, he can't do that. He cannot do that. So.
I'm most proud that we are still together.
Same. Yeah, that, and I'm pretty stoked about the festival we put together. I think that's really rad. Definitely.
In Florida was written by Jeremy, Neil, and Kevin. The band demoed all the material they had in Fort Collins, Colorado. Jeremy spoke to Team Rock about his initial concerns when preparing to record the album, stating that he was terrified and stuck in this weird, high-stress mindset every day. Selecting the material to be recorded for Bad Vibrations, the group narrowed the number of songs down to those they loved the most, regardless of genre.
More traveling, a lot more touring. So then we started working on these things, you know. Neil started getting the super cool clock. It's like this filigree and clockwork, this chest piece like gold, and there's like a snake wrapped around it, like reptiles apparently. Came out super cool. Some really cool experiences with Neil too. I think I tattooed Neil in the back of the tour bus. I think it's probably the only time I tattooed him while the bus was moving. So it was being nauseous and
We're driving down the road right now. Craig Beasley is tattooing me while we're on.
Fucking, I lasted like 15 minutes. I was like, I can't do this, dude. I'm done.
I'm not really sure. I think this is probably the first time Greg's ever done it. Maybe it's the first time anyone ever done it. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I am.
What's a must-have on your tour rider?
Apple cider vinegar. So weird. Bud Light. We kind of made this album with Europe in mind, actually, because everyone kind of likes, you know, the hardcore like punk scene over here. So we were like, let's do it. We had to get some demons out anyway.
Previously, Jeremy would be a little more in control, having co-produced several of the band's past albums. However, for Bad Vibrations, he took a step back and let Stevenson be in control. Jeremy added that he went in to record the album with nothing much to offer, with hardly anything he was excited about. Jeremy later called it one of the most unique recording experiences we've ever had, and that working with Stevenson was an awesome experience.
This is a plot above the panhandle. Everybody jump! Get off your fucking feet! Why would you rap?
Jeremy said producer Bill Stevenson was a bit hard to read at first, so he thinks they subconsciously push themselves harder to try to impress him.
I'll tell you, it's just coffee, and so it's like a normal coffee with a tablespoon of grass-fed butter and...
As a result, he said, we gave this album everything we had. The group recorded several extra tracks that didn't make it to the final track listing. In an interview with Kerrang, Jeremy revealed that the album's artwork wasn't finalized because no one nailed it for a long time. As a result, the band were unable to put up pre-orders, despite the album having been completed since December of 2015. Eventually, illustrator Mike Cortada came up with the album's artwork. He previously created artwork for a number of the band's albums and singles, as well as designs for their tours and music videos. He called creating the Bad Vibrations artwork very intense. The group didn't have any concept for the artwork, other than making it display a, quote, darker, heavier vibe. He made adjustments with the band members until they got it right. He wanted to make it be something very special and unique, with a lot of depth. The colors came naturally to Cortada. He called the final artwork, quote, a pretty intense and outrageous art piece, made of illustrations, all hand-drawn, pen to paper, and scanned.
Kevin was pretty new in the band at the time too. He already had a few tattoos. I think he also had some tattoos from Shanti Fury, some flowers. Then we did these like real new school, just big eyed, like angel, kind of devil, kind of kid looking people on them. Real fun tattoo, something a little different for me. I like doing tattoos of all styles. So it was pretty cool, actually really cool. I like the background, I like all the black and gray, clouds and stuff with it too. The big eyes, the characters look real fun, real new school tattoo.
Naivety just came out. The video actually just came out. I was watching that, cracking up. How was makeup getting into old face? Like, how long did that take you?
It took like an hour or two, and it burnt my face. The
Seriously?
stuff they were using to get it off, but I was fine. It was just like right here in the corner of my eye, and I was fine. But it was a lot of fun to do it. We just went around town, got really weird looks all day. I remember when we were driving the van to our management's office for some of the scenes to be filmed, we started messing with people on the road. Like, there'd be drivers like coming up next to us at lights, and we would fuck with them. It was great.
Hands down.
Huh? No.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't that cute?
I can play it, but he writes like a motherfucker.
And I can write, but I can't play it.
I'll sing the shit out of it.
In December of 2016, the band embarked on the Bad Vibes tour, which began in Australia, with support from Of Mice and Men and Tonight Alive. The Australian leg was followed by a UK leg in January of 2017, with support from Newfound Glory, Neck Deep, and Moose Blood, with a full European tour being undertaken in February.
So it took a little bit of time before Jeremy came around, before he ever really talked to, or really showed interest in getting a tattoo of that kind of magnitude, you know? He had already had a tattoo on the back of his arm from Oliver Peck, which is fucking rad, dude. Cool looking tattoo. And Jeremy, you know, saw that as like wanting to extend on his tattoo, you know? Not wanting to, you know, take it like a traditional standpoint, these random pieces. He wanted to have a sleeve that was like one flowing piece of moving artwork, like something that felt like a Japanese style tattoo, you know, in a sense of like the way it moves, the way it flows. So we built the entire tattoo for Jeremy around a pirate ship coming around his arm, and then the pirate ship was also like being torn apart, maybe hit the rocks or something it was. So there was like barrels and like pieces of the ship laying around in the water and things like that. It started with a 3/4 sleeve, and then Jeremy, he wanted to extend it. So then from there we had to figure out how the fuck am I going to add on to this? So we took it underwater and turned it into almost like some scuba divers and this like really cool kind of scene underwater too.
He's working on me, and it's, you know, moving along. I really think that he tries to hurt me. I'm pretty much paying him to torture me for a good 5 hours at times. There was a few songs that were really cool that everybody really liked, but for whatever reason, I don't like wasting good songs or what I think is good songs. It's like, this music is so good. Right. I, as the vocalist, don't want to ruin this. I don't want it to be like something that people skip because I didn't do something good enough over the top of it. So there were a few songs where I just couldn't get it right, so we'll probably save those, and whenever I finish them, we'll put them out.
So it's safe to say that you're not just going to hold on to them forever and put them in a vault.
No.
At some point.
There's a few songs on this record that actually got finished in a way we were happy with We Got This and Turn Off the Radio. Those were both written for the last record, but I just couldn't quite get it right.
What's the game plan? You going back in the studio, do another album? Do you try to crank out an album every couple of years?
I don't know what we're gonna do. We haven't really discussed that.
One big thing I really remember about him is gambling for the first time. Did like a lot of fun with Josh. Josh does have a lot of tattoos. He's the bass player. I remember doing this little 21 tattoo on the inside of his finger because he's gambling. He loves playing blackjack. I enjoyed playing blackjack with him. I remember sitting down at some tables for the first time in my life ever. Just witnessing anybody spend that much fucking money on a blackjack table.
Well, the first riff I learned was on a different guitar. It was on a Harmony.
Oh, nice.
Like from Walmart.
Yeah.
Just because like my parents bought me a guitar like when I was like 7, but I was like, I don't know what to do with it. I put it in the closet.
Yeah.
And it sat in the closet for years. And then my buddy actually came up to me and was like, hey, I need extra credit in music. And we were in 5th grade or something like that at the time. And he's like, you got that guitar in your closet, right? I was like, yeah. And he was like, can you like learn how to play Brain Stew by Green Day? And I was like, I guess. Like, I don't know. I didn't even know who Green Day was at the time. Anyways, I learned kind of how to play it by just play root notes.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to play chords. And I had no idea what I was doing. So we played it. I played it wrong. He got extra credit. And then I put the guitar back in the closet for like a few years until I saw the Stevie Ray video. So, yeah, my first riff was actually Brain Stew, but it was wrong.
Well, I'm going to give a key to the city to each one of the members of the Data Remember.
During their homecoming show in Ocala on March 18th, 2017, the band were presented with keys to the city.
And they've made Ocala proud, and I'm proud to have them here tonight. And this you see up here is the homecoming, and I think they just came back from Europe, and they came to see us tonight. And this tonight is truly a day to remember in Ocala. So I think, yeah, guys, come on out. Danny, you got some keys for us? All right. So let me show you this. And this is what I'm giving it. And it's got their name on the back, and then it says a day to remember. So this one is for Jeremy McKinnon. And this one, Josh Woodard. Kevin Scaff. Neil Westfall. Thank you. And this young man, I think I remember growing up here in Ocala. And I know his mom and dad are up there tonight. Alex Shelnut. Okay, so let me tell you another quick story. There's a young man out there somewhere. He's from Lecanto, Florida. He was in the U.S. Navy, and he was on an aircraft carrier for 4 years. And what has inspired him during his 4 years there was listening to this band for 4 years. And he's out there somewhere tonight with his wife. So give it up for him. Thank you for your service, sir. And now I'm going to turn it over to these gentlemen and let them say some things.
What's going on, Ocala? So thank you guys for being here tonight. We appreciate every single one of you guys for supporting us. We'd just like to say thank you to the city of Ocala for putting this on tonight. This is amazing. I'd like to say thank you to every single one of you guys, the fan base, for making it possible for this to even happen. Management, booking, everybody that makes sure that we play shows all around the world. Thank you guys so much, for real. We wouldn't be a band without them. All of our friends and family who are right back here next to the soundboard. I see them. Seriously, we used to play in our parents' garages and we'd get the cops calling us out all the time because we were making too much noise, so. Those cops are here somewhere. Thank you guys too for letting us keep playing. Last but not least, our dude DJ. He's a local booking agent here. Come say hey, DJ. Come here. He books shows in Ocala. He keeps this scene alive. So. If you live here or if you're from here, support local music. That's the only reason this band exists. So thank you guys. I don't know what else to say. We're going to get off this stage and let them set up for this show, and then we're going to play a set for you guys tonight. Thank you guys so much. This is the place you played in Ocala, Florida. And I have to remember, because it's been a long time ago. I remember our first show was in DeLand, Florida. Does anybody know where DeLand is? A place called Happy Days. Then the second place we played was a place in Bellevue, Florida called The Mission. And then number 3, the first time we ever played Ocala, Florida, funny enough, was in that building right back there, the Tuscaloosa Youth Center. So it's really come full circle tonight. This is the craziest thing we've ever done in our hometown. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is something we, all of our friends, and especially all of our family, will never fucking forget. So thank you guys so much for the support over the years. In honor of this event, we decided we were going to pull a song that we haven't been playing in a while. This song's called City of Ocala.
What's the key to Ocala look like? Is it a big key?
Yeah.
Does it look like one of these keys?
It's about
It's actually
that
pretty
big.
nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice key. It's like 11 inches.
I was very impressed.
And do you have that hung
It's
up in your
larger
house?
than average.
It's sitting on the counter right now,
It's
but
11
we're gonna display it some cool way.
Have you tried to open up things around Ocala with that key?
Yeah, we tried opening up Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
The music video for We Got This was released on September 22nd, 2017. Bad Vibrations received universal critical acclaim with an 81 out of 100 on Metacritic. The album debuted at number 2 in the United States, selling over 62,000 copies in its first week. The album also reached number 1 in Australia, number 6 in the UK, number 7 in Austria and Germany, number 9 in Canada, number 17 in Switzerland, and number 23 in New Zealand. Paranoia peaked at number 5 on the Rock Digital Songs chart, number 8 on the Mainstream Rock Songs chart, number 13 on the Hot Rock Songs chart, and number 35 on the Rock Airplay chart. Bad Vibrations peaked at number 37 on the Rock Digital Songs chart and number 48 on the Hot Rock Songs chart. By the end of 2016, the album had sold 102,000 copies in the US alone.
Cool, like getting to really build a relationship with these guys. Like, I didn't feel like I was there as just like a fan. I didn't feel like I was there as like one person's guest, because you know on these tours, every person brings a girlfriend along. Everybody has their significant other that's there. I wasn't a crew member. I was just the guy in between, and it was just like, everyone's fucking homie, and the crew respected me. Felt a lot of love, man. As a man, I felt young and extremely blessed, and really, really grateful to have that as a part of my life. For them to share that with me and to treat me the way they did, man, that shit, like, still to this day means the world to me. Like, truly. Love you guys.
On June 14th, 2019, EDM producer Marshmello released a collaboration track with the band titled Rescue Me, marking the band's first new release in 3 years.
For them to be so loud and I just go, yeah! We're fucking metal, dude.
This is just my humble opinion. Kevin's halfway on this one. I think that was the loudest cheer of tour. Kevin, what are you gonna play for these good people tonight? What are you gonna play for these good people tonight? What are we gonna play? On the fucking spot, go!
How many special people change? Maybe strange. Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a San supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide in a San